There's a moment that happens so fast you barely question it. You see a dog across the street, and something in you shifts. You're already thinking about walking over. Here's the strange part. That reaction isn't random. It actually says a lot about you, how you connect, what you've experienced, and even what you might be missing. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The way you notice a dog isn't the way everyone does. Some people just see an animal. But you track where it goes. You notice when it sits near you. That quiet pull. It's not just liking dogs. It's recognition. Like some part of your brain is saying, this is safe. This matters. Thing. And that instinct usually comes from somewhere much deeper than the moment itself. Because it didn't start with dogs. For a lot of people, connection wasn't always simple. Not necessarily bad. Just complicated. Fetcher, my two felt conditional. Like you had to read the room, adjust yourself, earn your place. And when you grow up like that, your brain adapts. But for others, it fills a space they didn't even realize was there. And what most people miss is this kind of love requires something most people don't have. When you commit to a dog, you already know how it ends. You know the timeline isn't forever. It's. That's not just affection. That's emotional courage. Because most people avoid loving things they know will hurt to lose. Some people lean into it. They do it again, and again, and again. Different dogs. Same depth, same willingness to give everything, even knowing the cost. That's the same chemical responsible for bonding between a mother and her child. Think about that for a second. Your dog isn't just receiving your love. It's actively creating it inside you. Every look, every moment of eye contact, it's reinforcing that bond on a biological level. Which is why it doesn't feel casual. You've spent years around dogs. You've learned something most people haven't. How to read without words. Dogs don't explain themselves. So you learned to notice small shifts, body language, energy, behavior, and your brain got good at it. Really good. Shemena, you start picking up on people the same way. Subtle changes. Unspoken emotions. Things others miss completely. Which is why a lot of dog lovers seem more aware, more tuned in. Sometimes, dogs feel safer than humans. Not because people are bad, but because people are unpredictable. They can pull away, caw without explanation. Dogs don't do that. They're consistent. And for some people, that consistency becomes more than comforted, becomes a preference. Now, that's not a flaw, but it can be a signal, a quiet one, that somewhere along the way, human connection started to feel complicated. And instead of forcing it, your mind found something simpler, something reliable. And that leads to a kind of experience not everyone understands. There's a specific kind of loneliness that doesn't come from being alone. It comes from feeling unseen. Even around others. Like no one is really getting the full version of you. 2. Everything else feels different. Which is exactly why what comes next hits so hard. When a dog is gone, it's not just losing a pet. It's losing the one place you didn't have to perform. It catches people off guard every time. Because it's deeper than they expected. Heavier than they prepared for. A kind of connection that doesn't shift, doesn't judge, doesn't disappear when you need it most. And once you know what that feels like, you don't settle for less. Even if it only comes in the form of 4 legs, a quiet presence, and a look that somehow says everything.